Alright, hey everybody, this is Simon Digger here, and today we're gonna look at my top 5 weakest cards and top 5 strongest cards in my deck. Um, the thing I'm gonna go by is by HP and effects. So, let's get this thing over with, right? Um, so my first card is gonna be Pichu. Alright, now, the reason why Pichu is number the first weakest card in my deck is because it it doesn't do any damage at all. I mean, look at its HP. It has 50 HP, which is common, but a little bit low at the same time. Its Poke Power only makes it evolve, and its only option of like near of an attack is just basically looking for 4 electric cards, but from your discard pile and putting them into your hand, which is pretty good at the same time, but I mean, it's not the best thing you could do, and the retreat cost is 1. It's alright. Resistance is negative 20, and the rock is plus 10. So this is like my number one, like the first weakest card, because it just doesn't do any attacks. It would just be knocked out of the field, like right away, if I don't have a Pikachu. So that's one reason. Alright. Now our second weakest card is gonna be Wingull. Alright, now one reason why Wingull is the second weakest is one for its HP, which you can tell by the way, 40 HP. And its attack isn't the best. I mean, look at it. It says surprise attack does 20 damage. You need a water energy. But you need to flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. So, I mean, if it does nothing, like, you're just basically a sitting duck. And right here, its weakness is electricity, of course. It's water. And resistance is negative 30, and its retreat cost is 1. Like, 1 energy. But, again, it does 20 damage, but you have chances of not doing any damage at all if you get a tails. Alright, and my third weakest is Feebas. Alright, Feebas, of course, it's third because of its HP. Um, but right here, look, this is the reason why it's my third one at the same time. Watch. It's flip 2 coins for each heads, draw a card. So it helps you get like cards in your deck, from your deck. So, I mean, it's like a supporter, mostly. Almost. But the bad thing is it doesn't have resistance, but it has times 2 electricity. And it just basically, if it goes in the field without like having like at least an energy, it's as good as, shark bait, which is basically it's just not the best card at all if you don't have an energy attached to it. It's just basically a waste of space in your deck if you don't have an energy with it. My fourth one is gonna be Talo. Alright, now Talo, you need 1 energy card, which is fire. But you need to flip a coin. If heads, his attack does 10 damage plus 10 more damage. Chances are it's maximum it could do 20 damage. But it has 40 HP, and its resistance is only negative 30 for rock, which is good, but its weakness is electricity. And its retreat cost is 1. But, I mean, you need a specific energy for it, for 1. The reason why it's 4. And, another reason is that it's just basically another waste of space for my deck if I just put it in there. I don't even have its evolve, so that's why it's in my weak pile. Alright, now the fifth one is going to be Mankey. Mankey has 30 HP, but, I mean, it's a good supporter and an attacker. I mean, its attack is, basic enough. 1 energy, 10 damage. I mean, it's basic, and you can put whatever energy you want inside of it. Weakness, not the best. its weakness is Psychic. Resistance, nothing, and its retreat cost is nothing. So that's good. And its Poke Power is Peak, which lets you see either in your either player's deck, one card on top of the deck, or looking at your opponent's hand. So you be aware of like what's going on before they play it. So this is right. This is why it's on top of like my weak deck. All right. Now we're gonna start with the strong ones. I might need to make a part 2 for this one though. My first strong one is gonna have to be. Well, it's gonna have to be Golem. Golem has 130 HP. Um, it's one of my strong ones, but look at its retreat cost. It's just gonna take away basically all your energy away if you're just gonna retreat it. It's negative 20, but its weakness is plus 30 for leaf. Resistance is electricity. Um, I mean, it's one of my strongest too because it says double throw. It choose 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. This thing does 30 damage to him, but you can't apply weakness or resistance for the bench Pokemon. And Megaton Rock does 80 damage for 4 energies. But I mean, if you choose to only do 40 damage, your opponent's attacks are reduced by 40 to Golem. So it's pretty good. That's why I like it. I like its design too. Look at it. It's pretty good. Now my second one is gonna be Giratina. Giratina's on top because not only because it has 100 HP, but it for a card like this only has 3 retreat costs, negative 20 for normal type, and but times 2 for dark. But dark are barely like played on the field and stuff like that. But look at its Shadow Force. It does 20 damage to your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness or resistance. But if you get a heads as well, any effects of an attack plus damage won't affect Giratina. So that's pretty good. And then if you do enough Shadow Force, like 2 times, you make a combo with Brutal Edge, 4 energies. Does 50 damage, but 10 more damage per each damage counter on a Pokemon. So do 20 plus 50, that does 90 damage off the bat right there. So this one's a good card. I mean, I won a battle with just playing with this, like just by itself. Okay. Now my third strongest card is gonna be Scolipede. Scolipede, for one, 140 HP. I like it because of its holographic. One for Toxic Claws, does 30 damage, but also, right off the bat, does 20 damage, which is like 2 damage counters, on one of your opponent's Pokemon per turn instead of 1, which is pretty good, considering that not many Pokemon do that. Plus, Wild Horn, it does 50 damage plus 20 more damage per the 2 coins that you flip, and they have to be heads. So if you do like 20 for one head, 20 for another head, it does 90 damage right there. Pretty good. Its retreat cost is pretty good too. Resistance, nothing. It's pretty, which makes it bad at the same time. Weakness is Psychic times 2, which is kind of dumb for me. I mean, if you're a Psychic, why would your weakness be a Psychic? Alright, now my other one is going to be Reshiram. Alright, I think this is going to be... I have to cut this short. Alright, one for 130 HP. And I mean, look at its design. I mean, look at the background. Look at that. Flames everywhere. Anyway, so the Blue Flare, 3 energies, does 120 damage, but it has to discard 2. Outrage does 20 plus each damage counter on Reshiram, which is pretty good. Weakness times 2 for water, resistance nothing, and its retreat cost is 2. Pretty good card. I would put this in my deck for sure. And I guess I'm gonna have to cut this short because I'm running out of film, so this is gonna be my final card to show. So just continue with the next one. I know it's just for one card, but please go check it out.